It's incredibly important that you understand what the pathway is. Why? Because this is the way that Vintage Church wants to make disciples. This is how we believe that as a church body collectively, we are going to make disciples. So for a lot of people, the first step is simply gathering, right? That's the first step. It's coming here. Every week we have a ton of first-time guests, and their entry point, their front door into the life of Vintage Church is simply coming here and experiencing the worship gathering that we have every week. Some of you, that's you. You've been there, you've done that. That was your first step. We don't want people to stop there, though. We believe that it's vitally important that people take next steps, and that next step is to connect. For Vintage Church, what that means is we want them to do a few things. We have that connect track, where they can learn more about Jesus, discover their gifts, join community, become a partner. We believe that in that connect track, they're going to learn what it means to be a part of Vintage Church. As they do that, we want them to join up with one of our V groups. We want them to serve on a V team because we believe that it's in those moments and those elements that they're going to connect deeper into the life of the church. Right? You can be in this room in all of these rows, not know anybody and sneak out and never meet anybody. You come to a group, you're going to have 10 to 15 people. They're going to know your name at least. And that while that's intimidating for some of you, that's what we all need in life. So they gather, they connect. We then want them to partner. We believe that it's not just enough to connect with the local church, but we want people to be committed to the local church. Partnership at Vintage Church is membership. We believe that people should become members and partner with Vintage Church and be committed together to fulfill what God has called us to. So we gather, we connect, we partner, then we lead. Listen, we want people to aspire to all different types of leadership. My greatest desire is to see someone who comes off the streets, doesn't know Jesus, becomes saved, and years later becomes one of our pastors. God can do that. For some of you, you're in this particular role, and listen, you aspiring to lead is simply going to your V group leader and saying, hey, I think we could start a V group, and I want to lead that. It's beginning to lead at every single level at Vintage Church. And listen, the whole thing does not end without sending. And whether you're being sent all across the world to somewhere like Mumbai, India, or you're being sent out after today for Monday morning when you go back to your workplace, we want you to recognize and remember that you are a missionary sent by God to your workplace, to your neighborhood, to your home, to your family, to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. That's what Jesus has called all of us who follow him to.